Welcome back to episode 6 of Drift All-Stars TV. This week we are in Estonia, but first let's catch up with the world-famous Fail crew.
We're just sitting in the garage with my buddy Kalashnikov and talk about all like usual, and we understand that we have so much fail in life and our team must have name Fail crew.
Каменные цветы, падают все мосты на небо, и на небо падаем мы. Маленький северный рай.
Fail crew is the first time it's just friends.
The whole Fail crew side of things is cool. They don't take competition too seriously, and they are a great bunch of lads and good fun, and we have some crazy parties together.
Fail crew have been one of the great additions to the paddock over the past 2 seasons. Nicknamed the Crazy Russians, this is the team that everyone wants to be a part of. For Fail crew, it's not only about the winning, it's about the good times while doing it, and creating an original style behind their unique image. From their race cars to the paddock setup, they come well prepared to promote their lifestyle. For this event, Fail crew have decided to spice things up and brought over their American teammate, Ryan Turek. Yeah. The Leitze Rally Park is not the fastest track, but it has the most technical layout of the year. And our guest American driver, Ryan Turek, will take us on a ride in the Fail crew V8 PS13. Ryan launches off the line and tries to get all 600 horsepower to the ground, reaching over 130 kilometers an hour. He initiates, and there's a jump, an extremely technical section of the track. He then makes a quick transition on the elevation change of turn 2, carrying as much speed as he can to link yet another wall ride on turn 3. Beautifully executed, he fills the outside clipping zones and kisses the wall on the exit. And that's a lap of the Leitze Rally Park in Estonia. Estonia has been added as a new stop on the 2014 tour. With an extremely technical course, it's a perfect addition to the season. On Friday evening, the Drift All-Star staff greeted all the drivers with a load of activities on the Leitze Rally Park. All the drivers stepped up and challenged each other to some go-kart racing for additional bragging rights.
Just going to have a quick word with Freddie. He was on the podium in Sweden. The last round in Riga, he didn't quite make the podium, but he did do really well. Freddie, can I just have a quick word? Just poke your head through. Tell us about this track here, because in practice yesterday, it actually caught so many of the drifters out unexpectedly as well, especially just that first corner. What are your thoughts on it?
It's a pretty hard course, and the judges want us to be riding the wall in the first corner. So guys here are pushing it hard. That wall is eating cars right now, but I've been into it one time. Luckily, just got a few scratches, but it's a fun track, demanding track and a brutal one, but it's cool to be here.
Now, I've just seen Krista over there working on his car. Hey, Krista. Of course, this track here is catching a lot of drivers out at the moment. It's just with the wall, it's quite a technical track. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, this track is like you have to use your head all the time, and you don't need a full attack everywhere. So you need to play with the throttle to find a grip, and it's very important to be calm all the time.
You're actually Krista's spotter.
Yeah, I am.
So what does that mean? Tell us what your job is this weekend then.
To support him and be his eyes. If he wonders something about the other drivers, I can give him information.
What's it like from your point of view, watching your partner do the battles? Is it nerve-wracking for you as well, but I guess in a different way to Krista?
It's nerve-wracking, really. I'm almost afraid to look sometimes, but I have to, because I have to give him feedback, so...
So is this a job for you, or is it just a nice weekend away, relaxing as a holiday maybe, or do you take it quite seriously as work?
We have to do it seriously, but it's also a holiday, so fun also.
Qualifying would be one of the tightest sessions of the year, with the top 4 being separated by just a few points. Ryan Turek would lead qualifying for most of the session, finding some good form in the failed Group PS13. Jack Shanahan, the teenage sensation from Ireland, was having some problems with his car, but gave his all in qualifying and took 3rd place overall, proving he is a top contender. Championship leader James Dean was loving the new layout with lots of walls to rub. These challenges were rewarding to the drivers who were willing to risk the most. James would push to the limit, but was only good for 2nd when his arch nemesis, Piotr Więcek, would steal 1st in qualifying. Piotr Więcek came out swinging and yet again stole the crowd with an extraordinary run and took 1st place in qualifying. Piotr was one of the early casualties of the event. He started the weekend in his other car, a Nissan S14, but he miscalculated the entry speed and was a victim to the wall at turn 1. Not every driver is part of a team that is so well prepared. Most drivers invest everything they have into one race car. So even though Piotr continued in his Skyline, for Johan Halvorsen and Joachim Wagard, this was the end of their seasons.
I was setting out for my first qualification lap, and I don't know, I felt like I had the same speed as at the practice, so it's trash, it's hard. I'm heartbroken.
The event itself has been great so far for me. The level is very high, a lot of very talented drivers here. Driven with James in the past, which is it's nice to see him again over here. The qualifying went really good. I was hoping for a top 5, and finishing 4th was one spot better than I had expected, so I'm very happy with that, and getting comfortable and acquainted with the new car and everything has been good, and just everything I see over here, this is definitely the most professional environment I've seen in Europe so far, and very happy to be a part of the Drift All-Stars round here in Estonia.
Yeah, I love qualifying. Like, it's 2 laps. One small mistake, your whole weekend can be over. I know it's a lot easier to coast around the track and get one wheel in all the boxes, but if you really want to finish high, you need to just give it your everything. If you don't rub the wall, you know automatically that you're not going to qualify first. So. But yeah, it's not nice to see people crashing and really damaging their cars, but it's a motorsport. Like, things go wrong, and you have to deal with it if you want to be competitive.
I'm really happy that I have my angel with me here, which is my R34 Skyline, which helps me to get through the qualification first time, because in Czech Republic I have problem with my S14. In Riga I have problem with my S14, and here I finally crash it. So I managed to win the qualification with such a competitors, the greatest star from USA, and James Dean, which I have competing last time with 1 point and the same. But yeah, I think that level in Europe are so high that to win the qualification you have to go 110%.
Sucks seeing like a lot of cars wreck, but you know, everybody's pushing hard, and it shows the level over here, and the guys aren't scared to go all in and give it their best to try to come out on top. So I think there's no difference wherever you go in the world. Anybody who's a competitor is going to go all in for it and do the best they can to try to win.
Hello and welcome to round 5 of the Drift All-Stars European Championship. Running just 5 days after Riga, this weekend we're at the Leitza Rally Park just outside Tallinn city centre. Making its debut on the calendar, this is a custom track, and with 4 different winners over 4 rounds, who knows what the outcome will be here in Estonia.
And here we go, the opening ceremonies for the first ever Estonian Drift GP at the Leitza's Rally Park right outside Tallinn. This technical layout has tested all the drivers to their limits over the weekend, but now we get to see who has the skills to battle through Europe's top drivers and take the win. Ryan Turek from America is out to prove that he can run with the big names in Europe. So far, he has taken 4th in qualifying and is hungry to battle his way to the podium.
The city on our back, won't stop like Diddy on the track. I hit him with the flow, I hit him with the scratch. We let the rhythm as we get in our committee on the map. I can't wait, sit back and let it marinate. Hit the track, fall to the cherry breaks.
My name is Ryan Turek. I compete professionally in the Formula Drift Series in the USA, and I am driving the Fail Crew Wisefab S13, and they wanted me to really have something that was done proper, and kind of a part of the crew now, and it feels really good to have that kind of support from some friends overseas. I've seen quite a bit of the cars here at Drift All Stars, and they're all really good builds, and a lot of people are making plenty of horsepower to give anybody a run for their money. Really impressed. I know a lot of the places you go in Europe are not at this level, so to come here and see kind of the pinnacle of a lot of the cars and driver talent here and at Drift All Stars is very cool.
The biggest challenge after practice on competition day was qualification. Qualification is used to rank the drivers, taking the highest 16 and ranking them in order, determining the brackets for the tandem battles. In qualification, drivers are scrutinized by the judges in 4 separate categories: line, angle, speed, and style. The line is designated by the judges in briefing, giving the drivers rear zones to touch with the backs of their cars and front clipping points to get close to with their front bumpers. Angle is the second criterion. It has to do with how sideways a car is. Cars are meant to stay as sideways as possible while staying smooth and not making corrections in their steering. Speed is the third. Judges expect drivers to maintain the highest speed possible around the track. Style is the last point of interest for the judges and has to do with the impact and commitment of a driver. With the style, the true soul of a driver comes out and is seen by the spectators. Tandem battles are the spectacle of the race weekend. In tandem battles, the lead driver is meant to do a perfect qualifying run, while the following car is meant to get as close to the lead car as possible without affecting the lead car's run. The cars then switch positions, and then after the 2 battles, the judges decide which driver was stronger over the 2 runs. If it's a tie, they go one more time. In tandem battles, the winner of the competition will be decided. We have some great battles lined up for the top 16. Can James Dean or Piotr Więcek take another victory? Or will local driver Harold Waldman hold it down in front of his home crowd? First up, we have Janis Eglete and Piotr Więcek. Eglete would have a great lead run and take down first-place qualifier Piotr Więcek early on in the competition. This will affect Piotr's position in the standings greatly, and he will have to be on his top game in the finals.
Advances, Janis Eglete!
Janis, congratulations, you're through to the top 8. Peter was the top qualifier yesterday. Did you do anything different today than you did in qualifying yesterday?
No, not all. Not all. I do the same, but today is a better day for me. Yesterday just wasn't my day.
Well, best of luck for the rest of today. Thank you.
Ingus Jakobsen versus local driver Wright Lembert. Ingus would push hard on both runs and chase very well, giving him a huge advantage and the win.
Ingus is really close to right compared to the first run. Stays in the door of Wright Lembert, really close to
Ingus, congratulations, you're through to the top 8. You told us earlier you were aiming for a podium, and that now looks a little bit more in sight for you.
This is not a good run. It was sketchy for me. I don't like this, but like I say, I'm on a podium.
Next up, we have the American wildcard driver, Ryan Turek, versus Jack Pino and his BMW from Estonia. Turek was not going to give any driver room today and stuck to the back of Pino's BMW in the second run with a great chase run and goes on to the top 8.
Ryan, congratulations, through to the top 8. And tell us about that run there with Jacko.
It was a very good run. On the chase lap, he ran a very good line, and my car was just quite a bit grippier, and I was able to catch up to him and apply some pressure throughout the last half of the lap, and everything was clean, and he threw some mega angle on at the end of the finish there, which is really cool to finish off with the throttle all the way to the floor.
Norwegian driver Ismail Sali would battle local Estonian driver Christian Kelmans. Aggressive run by both drivers but a great lead run by Christian was enough to get him through to the next round. Championship leader James Dean would battle Finnish driver Juha Poitalsko in one of the closest battles of the day. So close that a one more time had to be run. The wild card Finnish driver had more speed over the end of the course and would put his car on James Dean's door in the chase run. In the fourth run, James Dean gave his full attack, diving into Juha's door right at the beginning. But at the end of the run, Juha had more grip and left James Dean chasing the smoke.
So who advances? James.
An all-Estonian battle with newly crowned Estonian champion Valdma against Tults. Valdma seemed to be just on another level, easily defeating his countrymen and going on through to the next round. Another Estonian battle with Tonis Kipper versus Alan Lat. Alan would show more consistency and take the win after two strong battles. Following would be an all-Polish battle between Dawid Karkoszek and 2013 Polish champion Stolarski. Bartosz Stolarski would have a great chase run and defeat Dawid Karkoszek in the top 16. Janis Eglete would battle his friend Ingus Jakobsen in the top 8. An unexpected spin in turn 3 would give Eglete the win and move him on to the final 4. Hometown hero Harold Valdma would battle the surprise of the day, Juha Poitalsko. Valdma would again show a great track experience in his lead run, and in the chase run would have a big advantage and take the victory. Alan Lott, another surprise of the day in his big BMW 5 Series. Alan would push Polish champion Stolarski to fold after two great runs, and the local driver couldn't be happier to get to the final 4.
Alan, congratulations, it's your home track, and you're really giving your fans what they wanted today.
Thank you, everybody.
First semi-final was the Battle of the Giants. Janis Eglete versus Ryan Turek. Janis would push hard but would have no answer to the great chase run from Ryan. Ryan would shut down the Latvian champion and move on to the finals.
Ryan, congratulations. Being back in an S13 really seems to be suiting you.
The Fjellkuru Stab S13 has been absolutely a pleasure to drive this weekend. I mean, it's just a phenomenal car to come here and get used to something so quickly. It just goes to show the kind of setup that the guys have on it for me. And it's been that was the toughest battle I've had so far. It was really good, and we got into each other's body a tiny bit in the finish line there, but we finished off strong, full throttle, and I hope I can step on top, but I'm just extremely happy to be into the finals.
In the other semi-final battle, it was an all-Estonian affair, with Harold Valdma versus Alan Lott, both battling for local pride in front of their home fans. A very close set of runs, but Valdma's better setup shined and gave Valdma a chance to battle the American superstar in the finals. Third place battle would be between Latvian driver Eglete and Estonian driver Lat. It would be a super close battle between the two, but Eglete would clinch third place. Now on to the finals. Here we go. Ryan Turek, the wild card from the US, versus newly crowned Estonian champion Harold Valdma. Turek would lead on the first run and would pull a slight gap, with Valdma not having an answer for the American driver. Ryan Turek would be faster on his feet and finish with a big gap and more smoke, giving him an advantage on his first run.
Looks like a good advantage, slight advantage to Turek. Valdma is really going to have to pull it out of the bag for this one.
In run 2, it was all to play for. Valdma would lead, but Turek was so close by giving no room, he actually made slight contact in turn 1. Turek would maintain great proximity to Valdma over the whole run, showing a textbook chase run, giving him another great advantage and the victory.
work through the smoke.
Ryan, congratulations. First ever American to win on European soil, so that must be pretty special for you.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So I was just focused on just trying to do well and keep moving through the rounds. I knew I had a good team. You know, my manager Jacob and filmer Andy Lapuka for just being on point and coming up with a strategy every round and giving me what I needed to know on notes for each driver to be able to move on and come out with the win.
You felt really comfortable in your car, it seemed.
Yeah, you know, we got a pretty long Thursday practice, so I was able to get quite comfortable and qualify well. And every time I sat in the car, it was just there's a more of a comfortable situation. I was just becoming more and more and more at one with the car, so I could keep progressing and doing better. And if I would make a small mistake, I knew how to react to that and still come out cleanly. And yeah, it just feels good.
Do you know you're the 5th event winner this year for Drift All Stars?
That is amazing. It's very cool. It just goes to show you how much talent is in the series and just how fun it is. I mean, Drift All Stars has been an absolute blast for me.
There you have it, folks. Another great round, and now off to the finals in Lithuania. The Drift All Stars Street Circuit in the city of Kaunas. See you next week on Drift All Stars TV.
So yeah, big thank you to Ardo Calda from WiseFab, to the guys at GoPro in Estonia, to Niall at Drift All Stars, everybody that came together to make it happen, and my production team from Turk for being my crew and Fail crew, Slava, Max, Felix, just all the guys for just kind of putting it together, and it's been an amazing weekend and a great first experience here at Drift All Stars. Going away with a win and being on top of the podium feels amazing. I haven't tasted champagne in a while, and I'm starting to get addicted to it.